Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn right. I'm a UPK nigga, straight out of one West, no contest. We the best to the niggas that's living, trying to contend with the stress. Going through the test, no access, cause you oppressed slaves. Niggas is dying off in waves, living in dirt, now it's a grave. Niggas cross-talk through the crosswalk or the white chalk over the bodies of roads that you paid. America's killing us, saying they fearing us, put the drugs in the hood. Now my niggas delirious, put a gun in my face. All because of my race, click, boom, flash, put some Skittles to murder my ass. Like a sheep to the slaughter, heart beating harder and harder. Baptized with these words, never dipping in water. So now we pray to the Father, give strength to the Father that's looking for the marauder. That's fucking taking our daughters, nigga. It's wartime. Lights up, nigga, showtime. Got the green light on that ass, yeah, go time. Either boot up, shut up, but get your ass up, cause we ain't got time to be playing this all fucked up America. Heaven for the thief, hell for the slave, reaping what you sow, meaning giving back what you gave for a clean slate. You try to imitate, you was always fake. America, every city, state, this is your fate. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
Turn on the timeline, giving the rhythm to expose the intricacies of things. Vibe, who am I? I ain't shit, but getting lit is a pastime. So in a minute, I'ma pass out. I hope you get it. If you didn't, you can crash flying. Kinda simple if you feel it past your last line, but it will confuse a bad mind. A damn shame. It's the exact thing on which your ass fried. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Then a nigga fly. I hope you got an alibi. Bombs from the sky, rich devil lullaby. Devil is high. I can see him from the parking lot. Living finna ball out. Devils finna fall out. All out warfare, nightmares in the big house. They murdered us for years and thinking shit was gonna turn around. Pride never learns like this motherfucker burns down. Yelled in them streets. Told them to breach. All of you angels bring woe to this beast. You rule for a time, but we play for keeps. I pray to my Father, bring woe to this beast. Remember them times we hung on them trees. All of you nations bow down to your knees. Remember them ships. They brought us fleets. Fuck they Apollo. Bring them the heat. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, whoa, to America. Whoa, 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 to America. Whoa, 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 to America.
God is going to destroy this empire, man. You about to see famine in this place. You think them fires in California is bad? That's just the beginning of what the Lord is about to do. Because you've been evil to the Lord's people. You've been wicked to the Most High's children, man. You've been destructive to the 12 tribes of Israel. Let me tell you something, black man. You got to put on your strength now, man. Put back on your strength and might, black man, because your day is coming. Your day is coming because the Lord is going to bring judgment on this earth.
I got you. Let it rap real quick. Look. The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, when tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times soon. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Java, come on, man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans through a mall quad. Telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus out, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see profits under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit Asian, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. round with Yarada. Just left the state bridge, looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah.
Add Charlotte. Test 1 2 1 2. Hey, Salakia. Hey, Kiyada War. Shalom. How about Shem? Can you hear me, bro?
Hey, Shukata, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Kind I hear you just fine. So water, bro. I'm not sure, Fayetteville, if y'all can hear me.
Check. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, Shabraga Thumb.
Shalom, I don't want you. How about Shem? I hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Sign Christ. You give me to what?
I hear you just fine, sir. Perfect.
The water, soldier.
Come on, sir. So I'm gonna get ahead and get it rolling until you ready, sir. Are you ready to go now, sir?
Yeah, let's go ahead and hold on. Let me adjust the camera right quick, and I'll be on. All right.
Come on, sir.
You go ahead and start though, please, Baba Show.
So like I said, I missed that last part.
I said if you could go ahead and start, Baba Kusha.
Come on, sir. So give me the main stage.
What?
Come on. Right there. No. So you see the one that says has like the pause, like the big face. There we go. Yeah. So whichever one is in the top left, when you click that, that's the one that's going to take the main stage. So most high Christ, go ahead and clap it up. And Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shamar Ala Thun by Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General YAHANNA. This is the Tuesday night. This is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class, broadcasted from North Carolina, all the different zones in North Carolina. Actually, just hold off on that for now. Stick to the computer just for now while we get everything right. But as soon as Zion takes over, then we can, go ahead and get to that. But this is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class being broadcasted throughout the zones here in North Carolina. Of course, I'm Priest and Officer 1000 Thabawan, just holding it down until my Ottawa Officer 5000 Zion Ya'ala takes over. I'm in Durham, North Carolina. Officer Zion's in Fayetteville, North Carolina. We also got Charlotte, North Carolina. My brother, Officer 1000 Kiyada War up in Charlotte, and Akim there as well. Some other zones should be joining us real soon. You know what I'm saying? Who we got in there? I see Officer I.S.U.P.K. Shalom, how much you know what I mean, in the comments. Most High in Christ, some sisters in there. Shalom, sisters. So let's get right into it. Okay, this being the Tuesday Brotherhood class, but we start off with what? Them hot topics, as Officer Zion likes to say. Them hot topics. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things going on in the world, all of which, is absolutely relevant to everything we've been teaching in the I.S.U.P.K. since 1969.
Damn right.
Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and so-called Native American Indians are the real Jews, the real Israelites of the Bible. You understand? And we've been endeavoring to do that since 1969 and continue to do that under the leadership of Commanding General YAHANNA. So, I know some couple things that I've been seeing or whatever. But what y'all been seeing that's pertinent, that you come across any stories or any news, what's going on? I mean, we know there's a few major ones. I mean, isn't Kim Jong-un, is he not in Russia as we speak? He's in Russia as we speak. I mean, damn, I know some people woke up one morning and saw that on the news, and that probably just ruined their day. This is ruined it. It's like, well, that's that. You know what I'm saying? That's like the worst nightmare. You know what I'm saying? Kim Jong-un took a heavily armored train out of North Korea, made his way to Russia to meet with Vladimir Putin to discuss what? What are they even talking about? Who knows?
If I may, sir.
Please.
They found out that North Korea had already been supplying Russia with munitions. But they want to make like some new official deal and open like some new trade routes because that the part of Russia over there, the easternmost part, cuts China off from the ocean at that particular point where it meets North Korea. So they're trying to establish new trade routes and more trade between Russia and because they want grain from Russia.
Right.
They want grain and more food from Russia
right.
in exchange for military assistance.
Exactly. So in other words, their meeting is all about arms. It's all about what? It's all about North Korea supplying Russia with arms so they can further their endeavor to take over Ukraine. And in exchange for arms, North Korea wants what? Again, grains, just basic necessities. I don't know if y'all ever knew this. If you've never read about it or seen anything on news about it, living in North Korea is horrible. Yeah, please.
I was stationed in Korea for 14 months. And North Korea is a very mountainous area. And North Korea is even more mountainous than South Korea. They even have their rice paddies are built on the side of mountains for their lack of having farmland. Their rice paddies are built on the side of a mountain. You know what I'm saying? So
in other words, they just don't even have.
They don't have the
terrain.
They don't
for agriculture.
Absolutely
not. Yeah, so they're starving in North Korea.
So like, if everyone can hear me,
I hear you just fine, sir. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer of 5,000, Zion Ya'Allah.
Sign Christ. Clap it up. So like your top one, is it loud enough? Can you hear me clearly? Is it the volume loud enough?
I hear you. You sound perfect, sir.
What's sign Christ, man? Everybody to what?
Come.
Christ. Shalom. Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Brakathum to the Hakim. Yahweh Shema Alathun by Hashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters out there, man. Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under Commanding General YAHANNA. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K., you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians descend from the greatest nation of people that ever walked the face of the earth. In 2023, there's nothing more important than the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians waking up to the truth about who they are, where they come from, and their culture. You understand? So in I.S.U.P.K, these classes are designed for our people to wake up and understand that they have identity that starts outside of being slaves. You understand? Or trying to come into America, into this empire. All right. what you was getting into earlier, which was real heavy. You was talking about I like to go into hot topics. So how will we sum this thing up? You know what I'm saying?
So like I said, if I may.
How will we sum all this up that we seeing?
So like I said, would it be our enemies, joining together to bring about the end, World War III, sir.
World War III. Okay, we got war. What else going on outside of war?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
If I may, I just heard a crazy statement today by Elon Musk. And also, Elon Musk is getting billions of dollars, $1 billion grant, billions of dollar grant from NASA. And he said, quote unquote, that in order for our species to survive, we have to be interplanetary.
Good.
Meaning that they perceive the earth being destroyed and they have to have somewhere else to go. He said that today.
He said that today?
Today.
Let's do this. I heard there was an earthquake in Morocco that killed over 2,000 people. Anybody else heard of that? The earthquake in Morocco that killed over 2,000 people?
Khan.
So now we got wars popping off all over the place. We have I seen our people being deceived. That was a so-called African girl that deceived a bunch of women into sending her $30,000 on Cash App because she said that she was abused by a black man and nobody done anything, right? Right? Anybody else heard that story?
Go, cousin.
Hey, let's do this. Let's go to Matthew 24:6. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a class about what thus says the Lord in the times that we're living in right now in the earth. Because without the true preaching prophets of the Lord teaching the Bible, how will we know the time that we're living in the earth?
Right.
The Christian pastors aren't telling you the things that are going on in the earth. So our people are stuck. Think about you and your mindset and the brothers that are in the school. You know, if you didn't have this truth, you would be absolutely losing your mind every single day.
That's right.
You turn on the news and you seeing all the wars and World War III coming on the news. And the only thing that come to your mind is, should I join the military or should I not join the military, right? Do I fight for this country or do I not fight for this country? You're seeing the police brutality all across this land against so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. You're seeing immigration laws being, I guess, changed and flipped upside down. You're seeing those people being singled out in New York, people making fun of them. And if you're Hispanic or Latino heritage or background, you be like, damn, why they treat my people like that?
Right.
Do I go and help them? Or do I worry about voting and standing in line to decide whether I'm a Democrat or a Republican, right? We're seeing all these things take place in the earth, and without knowing its truth, it'll leave you absolutely insane.
That's right.
You'll be stuck wondering, is Christianity the way? Because my uncle, he was a Christian, and he used to try to touch me on my leg when I was younger. Am I supposed to be a Christian? You're hearing about different pastors all across this land being busted because they're going into a different lifestyle. That lifestyle that promotes a different standard of what thus says the Lord. These are the things that are taking place day in and day out. So without this truth, what would we do? This truth absolutely allows us to understand that there's a real battle in the earth, right?
That's right.
And that battle is for your soul, your righteousness, right? Whether you're going to do what is right or you're going to be devoured by the evil spirits of unrighteousness, you understand? So we got to be able to battle all those things, and the only way that we can do it is to use the truth. And Commander General YAHANNA has set up this school based on the things that he taught in the I.S.U.P.K. that changes brothers and sisters' lives. You understand? So give me the book of Matthew 24:6, Baba Kushar.
Come. The book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6.
Come on.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. Read on.
Come. See that ye be not troubled.
Mm-hmm.
For all these things must come to pass.
Mm-hmm.
But the end is not yet.
Right. So if we were to break this thing down, living in the water, brother, living in what we see in the earth today, the scriptures say, and this is our King Yahawashi speaking, it's written in red, correct? How is it that our King Yahawashi knew that ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars? How did he know this?
Oh, slack, sir, because he knew what was the end game. He knew what was going to come to pass.
Say again.
Slack, sir, he knew what was going to come to pass. He knew what would have to happen in order for the Israelites to be free, for the Israelites to rule.
That's true, but what else though? Think about what we know about all the other nations that's on the face of the earth. What do we know absolutely about them and their character?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
They wicked by nature. Their whole character is wicked.
Their whole character is wicked, right? And when you're dealing with people that are absolute dealing wickedness, what do they always want to do? They want to be in charge. They want to be in rulership to make sure what? They receive all the resources that they can get or gain in the earth. And they don't want to share them. When you talk about Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, we are the most caring people in the world.
Damn right.
Here in 2023, there are tons of evidence of why we should not associate or deal with the other nations on the earth. And yet, and still, here we are still trying to reach out and receive their comfort and love. You understand what I'm saying? It's tons of evidence of why we should never be involved in their, cookouts or their picnics, right? But yet, and still, here it is in 2023. I heard a story about a young boy going swimming with another nation of people, and these other nations of people were trying to end this brother's life, if I may. You understand? Wouldn't you think that we would know the character of these other nations in 2023?
Right.
But our king knew this, and that's why he said what? And ye shall what?
Come.
And you shall what?
Shall not be troubled.
You shall hear what?
Oh, slack it. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So what did Thaba One start off in the beginning of class talking about? He was talking about China, and who was Thaba One? What, Russia?
Oh, it's like, is there North Korea and Russia?
No, they all the same. They all the same. So that is Ukraine not at war with Russia right now? Is not the United States sending billions to Ukraine to help out in that efforts to fight against Russia right now? I just heard the other day the 82nd Airborne Division of Fort Bragg, they shipped out to Poland, if I'm not mistaken. Poland or Hungary. It was all on the news. There's a war going on in Poland right there that nobody's talking about. What about the war that's in Haiti right now? Anybody talking about the thing that's going on in Haiti?
Sir, if I may.
Go ahead, please.
Also, as I mentioned this last month, they're talking about using Africans, particularly Kenyans, as part of the peacekeeping force in Haiti.
Damn, ain't that something? Isn't that something? That's why King said, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right? You're no longer hearing about these wars anymore. Now these things are absolutely taking place in front of us. These things are going on when we turn on the news. Your parents are turning on the news, and the things that they were most afraid of, they're watching it right now.
That's right.
At one point in time, nobody ever thought that Russia would ever see the light of day and be in the position that they are in right now. Right? You also think about the financial wars that are going on right now. How many countries are involved in the BRICS versus the dollar right now? 26 countries, right? These are the things that are taking place in the earth. And without the truth, guess what that will make us? Make us afraid. Right? That's why we say read on. That's why our King said what? Read on. Maya Shaw, Baba Shaw.
See that ye be not troubled.
While we seeing all these things that's taking place in the earth, there are tons of reason why you should be troubled, right? You should be absolutely afraid. But since we're in this truth, our King told us exactly how to do things, right? He told us how to execute different plays in the earth, even in the time of what? Trouble. Right. He said what? Read it again, Maya Shaw.
Come. See that ye be not troubled.
So what does it mean to be troubled, if I may? Let's do the exact opposite so we can understand trouble. Somebody give me the definition of trouble, Baba Kushaw.
Come.
But what's the opposite of being troubled? Anybody?
So like I said, calm and confident.
Being calm and confident. What does that come from?
So like, so what is? Oh, go ahead.
So like you, sir.
Come on, Akim.
So like you, sir, having reinsurance.
Say again.
Having reinsurance.
Yes, you have being calm, confident, having reassurance. But where does that come from?
So like you, sir, the Lord.
Say again.
So like you, sir, the Lord.
It comes from the Lord, but how? That's what I'm asking, Akim. Y'all listen online. If you calm, confident, you're reassured, where does that come from?
So long as sir. Go ahead.
Say again. Peace of mind. That's yeah. But how do you reach a peace of mind though? How do you even obtain with everything that you've been through in your life, all the obstacles you've ever faced, all the atrocities that you've seen people go through? General Hyman dropped something so heavy last night, man, and I just had to shake my head. He said most of us first experience of violence is seeing the incident between you and your mother and your father, or your father and your mother.
Good night.
That's most of our first experience with understanding violence. Take place directly in your household first. Isn't that something? So being the fact that we see all the movies, all the boys in the hoods, all the menace to societies, the interaction that you may have had with your family members, your cousins, with your oppressor, you seeing all the difference in gender bending across. I can't say certain words on the internet no more because it's not algorithm friendly, if I may. You understand? So when I say twinkle toes, everybody know what I'm talking about, right?
That's right.
Okay. So how are we able to maintain a solid mind, being the fact that all the things that are around us should cause us to be what? Trouble.
So like,
come on.
So like May says, like a lot of people that's the world getting ready to end is like they live in a wicked life.
True.
So it's like us, we know what we doing is right according to what the Lord said to do, and we know who's the one that's actually getting ready to destroy the earth. You understand? We know he's getting ready to judge the earth, but we know being that we follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we're more calm about it because we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
We're doing what we're supposed to do. So, yeah, come. All right, so everybody walk down there. Now we seeing the things that is happening in the earth, and we're not troubled, right? So we have to be looking at what to understand the difference between us choosing the Lord and they're choosing the world. What is happening for us to not be troubled? What is happening? Come on.
Slaki, sir. Oh.
Come on, Mike Shaw.
Slaki, sir. I believe Cap is ready, sir.
Most High in Christ. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to Captain of 13,000, Captain Naithot Banyami. Shalom. Shalom.
Slaki, brother Akim. Shalom. Yahashim Bashim Yashai broke a thumb. Yahashim Tabashim Yashai. All right, Akim, what we dealing with? Any questions?
Yeah, Slaki, sir. We got a couple questions here in Durham, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir. If I may, this is Officer Yanazar. In 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses.
Oh, I got one too.
Fayetteville.
Slaki, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead. Go ahead, Yanazar.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 28 through 33.
Okay, go ahead.
Slaki, sir, give me a second, sir. You want me to read it, please? Yeah, if you could. Read it, brother.
Come on.
Because I'm helping Sadak move this stuff.
Come on. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 28. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Verse 29.
No, hold on. Yanazar, go ahead.
Let me get there. I'm in 2 Corinthians. Salaki, so give me a second.
No, just tell me what's your
okay, so
there's what breakdown on it.
Yes, sir. I just want to get a general breakdown on this because, like, my sister actually called me for a breakdown on this, and I told her I would get the breakdown for her because I didn't want to get home.
Maya, read verse 27.
Come on, sir. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 27. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast,
so hold on.
Ye be disposed
hold on. If any of them believe what?
Believe not.
Meaning what? Who would this be?
It's like, sir, brothers and sisters not in the truth.
Yes, brothers and sisters who are where?
In the world, sir.
You know what I mean? Or in Christianity, Islam, you know what I mean? You name it, right? If they're not in the truth, they're in the world, right? You know what I mean? They could be in any Hebrew Israelite organization, they're in the world if they're not in the UPK.
That's
all right. So read on.
Come on. And ye be disposed to go.
And what?
And ye be disposed to go.
Meaning what?
Slugger, sir. If I could, dispose usually just means like you want to go. I'm not sure about in this context if that's correct, but usually it's, if you're disposed to do something, just means that you want to do that thing.
Yes, so you're able to go. So they invite you to some function or some get together they're having. Right? And you your calendar clear. You look at your diary, you see that you're clear to go. You know what I mean? You look at it, you know what I mean? You're clear, you have no obligation on that day. You understand? So you decide to go. Read on.
Come. Whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
Right. So meaning what?
What is it? So like it, sir. Christians try to use this to say you can eat whatever they put before you. And I was explaining to my sister that means anything that's not unlawful.
Okay. Yes, but it's not quite. Okay, what's the spirit behind it?
It's brotherhood. It's the spirit behind it, sir.
No, this here. Remember, he asking. He basically like explaining to them how he should go about entertaining, or you know what I mean, like attending something that a brother or sister have in the world. You understand? So you know what I mean. So for example, right? You know, around Christmas time, most of these slaveries they have what?
Christmas party.
Right. Yes, that's what I hear. Christmas party, right? Good. But they invite you, but they ain't say it's a Christmas party. They say, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just come and, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hang with me. Come chill with me. You know what I mean? So you say, you know what? Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. Free food. You know what I mean? Good food. And, you know what I mean? You eat it already. She brought it home, or he brought it home from last year, and it tastes good. So it's like, you know what? I'm going to go this year.
Come.
Right? Come. What is it saying? What's the last part?
Whatsoever is set before you, eat. Asking
whatsoever set before you. So now, if they say whatsoever set before you, so ask them if they set dog, or you know what I mean, or cow, or a cow dung before you. What, you're gonna eat it?
Hell no.
They're gonna say, hell no. Well, you just said, well, whatever set before you, you're gonna eat, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Supposing your co-worker has a fetish for eating vultures. You know what I mean? What you gonna do? You're gonna eat it too?
Sir.
Right? You know what I mean? Or it's a you ever hear people in the world having like what are called like wild meat or exotic meat parties?
Good night.
Sir.
Okay. Yeah, in the world, brother, you know what I mean? I know a brother who, you know what I mean, every Christmas he will have horse meat, monkey, you name whatever meat you know what I mean, you wouldn't really get in a store. Wow. He will have it there at his home for this one night, you know what I mean, this one occasion and invite everybody at work.
And people would eat the horses and the chimps.
Yeah, it's meat. They cook it.
Oh.
Yeah, they cook it. You know what I mean? Iguanas, you know what I mean? Manikou. Eat them thing. I never partake it. You know what I mean? I never went to one, but I know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I know, you know what I mean, that he had it. And they call it, you know what I mean, a wild meat, you know what I mean, party. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So now, you get invited. So he's saying what? Whatever set before you, we know that means whatever is lawful set before you, right? You eat it. What?
Asking no question for conscience sake.
Right, for conscience sake. You know, like when you go to and you know what I mean, some of you all go through this too, right? Like you go to a establishment to get breakfast, right? Right, and that establishment has one stove where they scrape everything off of and cook everything on.
Good night.
You understand?
Go.
Right?
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
It's saying pretty much like, you know, you're doing the work of the Lord as a priest and prophet. You're gonna be out going places. You might get invited somewhere. You don't want to go in there and be like, hey, hold on, did this come off that grill back there? Is this house dirty? He's a heathen. Is he an East Indian back there? Did he make this bread with his feet? Like, right. You don't want to be the kind of brother after someone invited you, you know what I'm saying? Because you're still fishing at the same time. And you just, you know, trusting the Lord, meaning, you know, these are like guidelines for us how to conduct ourselves when someone invites you. You don't got to be like, who's back there? Was an African cooking this food? Did he use his hands? Just eat it. If it's lawful, eat it. And, right. You know, Bible says eat poison and live. What do you care about?
Right. So he basically trying to get to, you know what I mean? He's saying, what? Ask no questions for what conscience sake. Right. But read on. But there's a but. And you know, whatever, you know what I mean, whatever comes before a but, you know what I mean, what the situation is. You know what I mean? But read on.
Come, verse 28. But if any man say unto you, This is offered in sacrifice unto idols.
So he's coming and telling, hey, yeah, this is a Christmas party that we have in here, and this is food that laid out here for the Christmas party. You understand? This is the food here for Buddha. You know what I mean? Or this food here is for, you know what I mean, for Thanksgiving, this, that, the other. Read on.
Come. Eat not for his sake. That showed it.
That yes, eat not for his sake. That why? That show it. Why?
It's like it, sir, because that is offered to idols. It's not of the Lord.
Okay, but it said don't eat it for his sake.
So like it, sir, is it because he's the one that sacrificed it to the idols?
So like it, sir.
Come on.
Because if he know that you're an Israelite and you're not supposed to be eating those things, if it is sacrifice, once he say it, then he know now you know, and if you eat it, then he can hold you at fault for eating it.
Yes. Now you just lost a brother to the world. Now what the hell he had to change? You understand? Why would he have to change? You understand? Because you sitting down here eating with him and you claim you're Israelite. You understand? But two of you all sitting down eating a Thanksgiving meal offered to some god, to some idol.
Right.
And it says what? After it said, for his sake that shew it. Read on.
Come. And for conscience sake.
And for meaning what? Now you're going to have to question yourself, what? Oh, man, did I just eat something that was sacrificed for Buddha? That was sacrificed for, you know what I mean? Because you are a man of the Lord, and you know you ain't supposed to be doing, you know what I mean, like eating things that is sacrificed unto another God. Like you ain't supposed to be sitting down on a table eating with people who celebrating, you know what I mean, Christmas on Christmas morning. They have all the abomination on the table, and you in the middle of them, and you eating with them. No, you understand?
Right.
Come on.
So I have a question on this topic.
Go ahead.
So it's just so talking about food sacrificed to idols. How do we prove? You know what I mean? Like for example, like the Muslims, man, they be making that halal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eating the lamb over rice, you know what I mean, and chicken over rice. But they have some kind of ritual. Where they pray over the food, and that's how they're able to say this is halal. We prayed over it, and Allah did so and so and so on. So with this, I mean, as far as I know, it's not unlawful to eat halal because we know it's lamb is lawful, chicken is lawful. But how would we prove, that you can eat that based, even though this scripture says something about being sacrificed unto another god?
So like,
come on.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like, okay, you know it's something sacrifice. Like you don't get charged with, okay, let's say I show up to some, coworker Punjabi's house, and he cooked this large dinner, and before I got there, he didn't offered it to Shiva. How the hell would I know that? It's all lawful. So when I come in there and I eat it, okay, I'm eating it. I'm not eating it as one that's worshiping with him. Meaning I'm not partaking in his God. That's why the conscience sake, my conscience is clear. The food is lawful. He offered it to me. I'm gonna eat it. Now, birthday, Christmas party, Thanksgiving, we prayed over. That's a whole custom of eating food that's been offered up already for the customs of the world. Meaning, like if I go to New Year's, you'll cook on New Year's. I know why you're cooking on New Year's. You're cooking black eyed peas. You're cooking good luck food. That's to me, it's like my interpretation. What I'm thinking is maybe it's that type of deal, meaning that sacrifice because of the customs of the people. But how would you know that they're praying over it in a halal restaurant? Hell, you eat 4 chicken wings. Are they sacrificing to a cat before you get there? You don't know. You clear your account. You just eat it. If it's lawful, it's lawful. But if you know this person is having a Christmas party or a Thanksgiving meal or a New Year's Hallelujah service, I know this food's been sacrificed to their God. I'm not even going. I'm not going there and eat it. I'm not. First of all, I'm not going to the function anyway. This is not the same thing as somebody inviting you into their place. This is not a holiday. This is a regular old, we out at camp, or we working through the cities doing the work of the Lord, and some heathen just, hey man, I cooked all this food, or some restaurants open, we're going there to eat it. It's not on Christmas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the holidays and the customs of people, you'll know if it's been sacrificed, meaning by the way they are and the time of year, because nobody's sacrificing every day to eat. But there are rituals and certain times of days that people do gather and eat food like that you know has been offered already.
Right. And also just add on to it also too, right? To your question, Tabo one. Let's say you walk into a Muslim establishment, right? You have a cousin that is Muslim, you know what I mean? And he say, yo, come eat this food. I mean, he bring it to this Muslim store. He say, yo, they sell, you know what I mean, real, you know what I mean, nice lamb. Some nice lamb chop. Barbecue it works. You know what I mean? Now you go there to eat. You should just eat it. Now, if he tells you, yo, I was there this morning when they prayed over it and, you know what I mean, they halal it or whatever, brother, I'm good. Let's go to McDonald's. You know what I mean? A Burger King.
That's right.
Oh, God.
You understand? But if nothing is said, then just eat the food. It's just move on. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll go a step further too. Also too, I will. You know what I mean? I will be very particular. All right. This year we know who is it speaking to. So read verse 27 one more time.
Come.
Maisha.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 27. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast.
So who is it speaking about?
It's like, sir, people in the world, sir.
When you say people in the world, give me a little more.
Oh, it's like it's people who don't follow Israelites and non-Israelites, people who are not following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord.
You're sure? So you could go just go to Esau house and chill. Would you go to Esau house and chill?
Allah, sir.
You go to a Chinese man store and just house and just chill?
Good night. Allah, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? So who is he speaking to? This
it's like sir, just Israelites who are not following the law, statutes, commandments.
Yes, brothers and sisters who are in the world. You understand? You're with me?
Come on, sir.
So yeah, I mean, Punjabi invited to his house to come and eat. Know that it's sacrificed unto Mother Lakshmi. You understand? Know that food is sacrificed onto, you know what I mean, the Hanuman. You understand? Whatever 365 gods they have, know that food is sacrificed onto them.
Right.
You understand? You know what I mean? Now, if you bring it to the work, to the job, ain't no sweat. Then just eat it. But you ain't going to their house and sit down and chill. You understand? After work, you come home. You know, hang with them. Your friends is your what? Brothers and sisters.
Damn right.
Your family. This here is speaking about how you conduct yourself amongst family who is not in the truth, basically. Your brothers and sisters in the world. You understand?
All
right. Any more?
Con.
Right. Finish reading that part there where it says, for the earth is the Lord's.
Oh, come. Verse 28. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showed it, and for conscience sake. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof.
Right. Read on.
Come. Verse 29. Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience?
You understand? So it's basically going into what? Discussing how you had to carry about yourself among brothers and sisters, basically, in the world. You understand?
Okay.
You know what you know. You know that what? That is just a lamb.
Right.
You know it's just lamb. And lamb is what? Good to eat.
Right.
You understand? You know that. But for conscience sake, for his sake, you cannot eat that lamb if it was sacrificed unto Allah. You understand?
Right.
You can't eat that chicken if it was or that beef if it was sacrificed for Christmas. You can't do that, you know, for his sake. But it's just at the end of the day, it's just what? It's just food.
That's right.
Lawful food that you can eat, you can consume it. You understand?
Come.
Right. You understand that was it there on that?
Nah, I need a little more, sir.
Come on.
Baba Shah.
Come.
Sluggy, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sluggy, not to take away from Officer Yanazar's question, but I still just had a little question on it just to make it, clear for me.
Right.
Salaki, so would it be safe to say, based on what you just said, because you kind of just said something that made it make sense in a way for me, like there's a difference between something being sacrificed, and let's go back to what Officer Kawhi was saying. There's a difference between something being sacrificed versus somebody claiming they're praying over something. Because, a Christian can, have a bunch of steaks and be like, oh yeah, we prayed over these steaks to white Jesus. And of course, because I know that Caesar Borgia is nothing and a nobody, it's just steak to me. Whereas if it's something to where it's like, oh yeah, we doing this for the Christmas party, it's like, that's more of a sacrifice as opposed to you just claiming you praying to some fake God that I know doesn't even exist anyway.
Salakia, sir, I got a definition of sacrifice.
Go ahead.
This is the Merriam-Webster's dictionary definition of sacrifice. Now, 1, an act of offering to a deity something precious, especially, example, the killing of a victim on an altar. 2, something offered in sacrifice. 3, destruction or surrender of something for the sake of something else. And B, something given up or lost. I think it's the something offered in sacrifice and the act of offering to a deity something precious.
Yes. So okay, so like take this for example, right? Like for Christmas, right? Your family sit down and eat, all that food around Christmas, on Christmas morning or whatever, right? No, they finish eating and doing whatever that morning, right? Can you now go and eat it after? You go in the fridge, warm it up and eat it, whatever left over.
Come on.
Yeah. But you're not sitting there and eating it with them.
Right.
You understand? You're not sitting there and eating it and thanking God for Christmas. This, that, the other. It is just meat. You understand?
Come.
Right? You not give me some more holidays that they have. That Thanksgiving.
Right.
Right? You don't eat turkey on Thanksgiving, but come Friday, would you eat the turkey?
Come.
Yeah, you eat the turkey. But you won't eat it on Thanksgiving.
Damn right.
For your brother's sake, for your conscience sake. You understand?
Right.
Salaki, other one.
Come on.
If we go back up to verse 23, where it says all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. Like like even though that lamb is lawful for us, right? It's still it's not expedient for us to sit down with them during their sacrifices until their idol worship.
Yes.
But we know it's just meat though.
Yes.
And I think it's not what they say, it's not gonna prove our cause to sit down and eat with them, even though we know it's just meat though.
Yes, they do not understand that. All they know this is for Christmas. All they know this is for Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
And you sitting down there and eating with them, you accepting Thanksgiving, you accepting Christmas.
Come on.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand, Taba One?
Come on, sir.
So they more than likely, who knows if they, you go to a Muslim establishment, if they pray over all the meat. I don't care. Allah ain't real. So whatever you just whisper over the meat, who hearing that? Man, give me a piece of chicken. That's all I want.
Right. Damn right.
You know what I mean? Give me a fried chicken. Yeah, I mean, give me some lamb chops. Let me go about my way.
Most High in Christ.
I mean, you go slap your head on the ground for Allah. I ain't worrying about that. Right? Right. And as I say, somebody say it's brotherhood. It's brotherhood in this way also too. Whereas you trying to show your brother that you're not compromising his what? What you're not compromising?
Your integrity.
Yes. Your morals. You're not compromising this truth just so that you and him could sit and eat. You understand? A sacrifice unto some other God. You understand? Right? Right. It ain't no different. You know when you go to them football game, right? When you go to the football game, what are you going to do?
It's like I said, just watch the game.
Right. But if they say stand for the national anthem, what's going to happen?
Sit right down, sir.
Yeah, or go to the bathroom break. That's your break.
Most High in Christ.
You understand? You're not there for that.
That's right.
You understand? You there to what? Just eat? Drink? Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Oh, it might be a precept. Let me see. Hey, this is coming. I think in the same chapter. This 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 8:9. It says, "But take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak." Verse 10.
Right. Yeah, that's a good precept for it. Go ahead.
It says, for if any man see thee which has knowledge sit at meat in the idol's temple, shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols?
Yes, that's perfect precept for the scripture. Perfect. Tell him where you're at.
That's 1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 9 through 10.
That's it.
8 to 11.
Yeah, that's it. That's a perfect precept to understand. You know what I mean? What I believe this is Paul speaking to the brothers in Corinth, right?
Sir. Yep.
Yeah.
Explaining exactly what you're talking about, explaining it to him.
Yeah, exactly. You understand? He's trying to tell them, you know what I mean? He's trying to show them how to maneuver in the world with brothers and sisters.
Got one card, sir.
Understand? And you had to be the same way too. Like you wondering why your mother, your uncle, your brother, they ain't coming in, right? Is because it could be because they what?
Selection.
Selection, sir. Can you repeat the question?
The question is this: you would like your brothers in the world, your sister, or your father, your mother, whoever is in the world, you would like them to come into the truth, right? But somehow they ain't coming. Guess why? What could be one of the reasons why they're not coming?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Would it be because they don't want to change?
That is the root of it, but it could be there's another reason, and we on it right now.
Sir.
Come on.
They are looking at you and they see that you're probably not fully convinced.
Yes,
and
because why? Because you come in a class, but you still attending birthday parties.
Right.
And then saying, well, you know what I mean, happy Earth Day. I mean, so take the birthday out and you say happy Earth Day. And then you proceed to eat the birthday cake with them.
Right.
You proceed to cheers more life. You understand? You know what I mean?
Good.
And you wondering why they're not coming in is because you're the one not changing.
Right.
You understand? And they're seeing it. That's why it says in verse what? I think it's in verse 27. what you say for your conscience sake. No, 28. You understand?
Come on.
Right? You could be the reason why. You could be the reason stopping your folks and them, your family members from coming in. Now, if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, meaning you're not celebrating birthdays, you're not celebrating Christmas, you ain't celebrating Thanksgiving, you're not doing any of Easter holidays in front of them or with them, then it could just be on them, meaning they don't want to change, as Sadak is saying. They just don't want to change. But if you are in here and you know what I mean, they say we're going to the club for baby girl, for one of your cousin's birthday birthday party, and you up and say, yeah, I'm gonna roll with you. Guess what you doing? What you doing?
Salakia, so you celebrating the birthday?
Yeah, you celebrating the birthday. Yes. Your woman, you tell your woman, we ain't celebrating birthdays, but somehow she coerced you into having dinner on her birthday night.
Right.
Somehow she coerced you into getting you know what I mean, and some, you know what I mean, some place to eat. You know what I mean, and reminisce. You know what I mean, that she's getting older, this, that, the other. You're celebrating birthday.
Right.
And she knows it. And you just taught her something evil about yourself. And now you thought the struggle was hard in the beginning. Now it becomes even harder to convince her that you about this truth. You understand?
Oh, God.
Akim, you all with me?
Come on.
My brother's quiet on that, ain't it, Salaki?
Yeah, I was saying. Let me look you all in the eyes.
It just Red Lobster, Cap.
Who in there been celebrating birthdays? Raise your hand. Okay. All right. Any more on that?
Oh, you want me to take it down?
No, that's cool. We got it.
Mm-hmm. Any more? Any more questions?
Yeah, Khan, sir, if I could. Are there any scriptures against littering?
Yeah,
against like littering, like, you know, yeah, like throwing bottles out the window, like you leave trash here and there all over the place, you know.
Any littering? None that I know of. I can't bring it to mind right now. Right. I can't bring it to mind. Come on.
Would a good one for that be like conduct yourself in decency and order?
Oh, that's a good one, but it's okay. He asks if it's, you know what I mean, if it's a law, like you're breaking a law.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like eating pork is what?
A law.
Yeah, it's break. You know what I mean, you broke a law.
Come.
Having sex with another man, woman, that's, you know what I mean, you breaking a law. You understand? No. Things like littering might more be so I mean, how you carry about yourself, your conduct. You understand? Come on.
Would it be the law of the land?
Let me get it for you all for next week, right?
Come on, concert.
Any more?
So like I said, if I could, if it's like, you know, not too time consuming, is there a way to give like a kind of brief description, like the difference between the law, statute, and commandments?
Mm-hmm. The law and statute and commandments.
Yeah, kind of, sir.
Okay. Law. Okay, so the law how it was I think how it was broken down to me is the law is basically the punishment. You understand?
Okay.
Look it up in the Zondervan for me.
Come on.
I think it's in the Zondervan. Yeah.
I got the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition of a statute.
Come on.
A statute, a law enacted by the legislative branch of a government. An act of corporation about that. That's basically, it's still a law. A statute is a law.
Yeah, it is a law, but it's more so Maya Shah, let me get it for you next week. All right, just to be clear.
Okay.
Any more?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between fornication and adultery?
Akim, officers.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
The difference is that fornication is any form of unlawful sex.
That's it. Right?
So adultery is a form of fornication. So all adultery is fornication, but not all fornication is adultery. Having sex with a dog is not adultery, but it's fornication.
That's right.
Adultery is a married woman sleeping with another man, also a man sleeping with a married woman.
Yes. Or a what? Or a man doing what? How does a man commit adultery?
Salaki, sir. A man can also commit adultery by putting his wife away without cause.
Yes.
Out a lawful righteous cause. Salaki.
Yes. So you just say, we done because she burned your eggs out. You know what I mean? You kick her out. You know what I mean? You liable to be held, you know what I mean, according to the law for adultery. You know what I mean? Like you force her to go lay with another man by putting her out and saying we done. You know what I mean? All right, so you're clear on that, Balthazar one? So fornication is unlawful sex. Adultery is being specific about that type of fornication.
What?
Annabelle. Any more?
Yeah, Salaki, sir, if I could. I had this broken down to me before, but I'm still not clear about it. But it's Romans 10:4. It's like a Christian tried to use this to say the law was done away with.
Come on.
Book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 4. For Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth.
So okay, so this is one of the things that you have to you're going to learn in here pertaining to law. When you see the word law, what should come to mind?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
The punishments.
Yes, or
associated.
You correct, or what?
Moses.
The
Old Testament.
Okay, so today when they say the law coming for you, what does that mean?
The authority, the power.
Authority, yes. You understand?
So
now that law. So read it one more time, Aisha.
Book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 4. For Christ is the end of the law.
And now give me a precept to show that Christ was the end of the law.
Salaki, sir, would it be the stoning of the woman?
Yes. Right. He had the right to do what?
Put her to death.
To stone her. You understand? To stone her. You know what I mean? But he did not. You understand? What did he do instead?
He told her to go and sin no more.
Right. He showed her how to what?
See? Oh, he showed her how to he showed her the spirit of the law.
He showed her
mercy.
How to live.
Live.
You understand? All right. So when it say Christ, read one more time, Aisha.
Book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 4. For Yahawashi is the end of the law.
Right. So the end of the law meaning what? Meaning now, guess what? ain't no priest was gonna what come and kick in your door if
Come
you
on,
you know what I mean, if you know what I mean, you had an alternative lifestyle. You understand? Or if you was an adulterer. You understand?
Come on.
Right? Read on.
Come on. The end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth.
Right, for righteousness for everyone that what?
For everyone that believeth.
Everyone that believeth. Read on.
Come on, verse 5. For Moses describeth the righteousness which is of the law.
Right. And what does that mean, Moses described the righteousness of the law?
So like yourself, I may what Moses is telling you, you do these laws, you live. You do these things, you don't get punished and you prosper.
Read it one more time.
Come on, Kyle.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
What it's saying is Moses described the punishment of the law if you violate the law.
And that's what it's saying. Read it one more time.
Come on. Book of Romans chapter 10, verse 5. For Moses describeth the righteousness which is of the law. That the man.
Why is the law righteous? Like, what is he describing? What's the righteousness?
Salakia. Is just saying that he's describing the glory of the law, like the good of the law, like why it's good to obey the law.
You get in there.
Salakia the one.
Come on.
He's describing the reason why you should follow the law.
You're getting there now. So he's this what Moses was telling you. What if you take a man eye out, what was supposed to happen to you?
You lose your eyes. You lose an eye.
Yeah, you lose an eye. You understand? If you were to commit adultery, you will be what? Stoned to death.
Come on.
Eat pork, stoned to death. You understand?
Yes, sir.
A woman who wanted to live a promiscuous lifestyle, she was what?
Stoned.
She was stoned to death. That's how you get rid of what? In Moses' time, that's how you got rid of what?
Evil.
Of evil. Evil. You understand?
Come on.
So read on, Maisha.
Come. That the man which doeth those things shall live by them.
Right. Read on.
Come. Verse 6. But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise. Say not in thy heart, who shall ascend into heaven? That is to bring the Yahawashi down from above.
Right. What is that saying?
So, like, sir, is that like when you sin or you committing evil, you getting stoned or getting, you know what I'm saying, dealt with punishment according to the law? It wasn't allowing you to change.
Okay.
Like,
think more so. Okay, what do Christians say?
Salakia the one. They say that everybody's going up to heaven.
It's a Salakia, sir.
Hold on. K-Ad 1.
Salakia. Christians say nobody is perfect.
That they do say. Come on.
Salakia the one.
They say that
they say they have grace.
Hold on. Go ahead, Sadak.
They say they have grace.
That they do say. Come on. I think it's Kodam.
About to draw one. Shalaki. I was gonna say that they're not under the law, they're under grace. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, they do say that. But okay, it's more so okay. Read this. Come on.
They say because the law is on the cross, died on the cross. The law done away with because Christ died for that. Because we believe in Jesus, we the law doesn't matter no more, or something like that.
Okay, you all on it, all right. But it's more so where these Christians. Okay, what these Christians say about Jesus Christ?
It's like, sir, that he died for their sins.
About him. Go ahead.
They don't believe on Christ like we do. They don't believe. They think Christ is immaculately conceived.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, he has the power of an angel. He didn't sin, but not me. I'm just barely flesh and blood. So they make excuses because they don't believe that Christ was a Negro like them that kept the law and was tempted. They have this whole notion that they can't be like Christ because Christ came immaculately. He's an angel. He's God. He's not. He can't sin. It's impossible for me to keep the law. That's how they really think.
Right. Yes. But read that verse 6 over one more time.
Come on. Book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 6. But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise.
Okay, so the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on what?
On this wise.
Speaketh on this way. Right? And that righteousness of faith is what?
Keeping not breaking the law.
Yes, I'll take that. All right.
Oh, God.
Which is, so it say the righteousness which is of faith.
Yes, sir.
Right? What is faith?
Hope for substance of things, hope for evidence not seen. Like the work. Put in the work. Sir.
Yes, you put in the work.
Yeah.
And it's righteous. You understand? Meaning you're doing what? You're doing what the Lord say to do.
Yes, sir.
Without knowing, basically. Okay, remember, we was not supposed to know the consequences that came with breaking the law. You understand? You was just supposed to do what the Lord said to do.
That's right.
You understand? And now he's saying, read it from the top one more time, Mayasha.
Come. Book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 6. But the righteousness which is of faith speaketh on this wise. Say not in thine heart.
So it's saying, say not in thine heart. Say not in your head. What?
Who shall ascend into heaven?
Who shall what?
Ascend into heaven.
Why does it say not in your head? Who shall ascend into heaven?
It's like it's the way like Christians run around saying, I believe in Jesus, so I go to church every Sunday, so I'm going to heaven. That's they think too much about what's going to happen to them after they die, or
so.
Come on.
So like, is this them being smart? Don't be like a smart aleck.
Yeah. Okay. Christians. Okay. When you speak to them about Jesus Christ, what do they say about his coming back? What are they doing? What are Christians doing?
They're waiting for it. They're
waiting on Christ. What are you doing?
Like the other one. We're preparing. They're not preparing.
Okay. So in other words, what are they doing? They asking what? Who shall what? They waiting on somebody to do what?
To raise Christ, to bring Christ back.
To come back, sir.
Yeah, they're waiting on Christ to come back. What are you doing? Do you want Christ to come back?
So like gone working to make the Most High send Christ back quick.
Right. You putting in the work. They are not.
That's right.
So they are saying
That's
what?
right.
So they're saying what? Guess what they're doing? Come on.
They have faith without work, sir.
Faith without. You can't faith without.
That's what they believe. They believe that, Salaki, sir, if I may, they believe that, you know what I'm saying, just having faith, you know what I'm saying, they don't really have to do anything.
Salaki, sir. When it says, say not in thine heart, who shall ascend into heaven, that's not a mocking statement.
Yeah, he's asking a question. Yes.
Right. That's a mock. So they're mocking, like, who's going to heaven for following the righteousness. You get what I'm saying?
Not who's going to heaven, who's going to ascend and bring Christ back.
Kind of like mockingly, right?
Yes, he is trying to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't say not in your heart who's going to do it.
Right.
You understand? Because Christians, they're waiting on him to come. You are not. You are what? You are putting in that work, that righteous work. You are working. You understand? Right? You trying to bring Christ back. You understand? Read on, Maisha.
Come. Say not in thy heart, who shall ascend to heaven? That is to bring the Hawashai down from above. Verse 7. Or who shall descend into the deep?
Right. That is to do what?
That is to bring up Yahushai again from the dead.
Right. Read on.
Come. Verse 8. But what saith it? The word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. That is the word of faith which we preach.
Right. So in other words, what it's saying is this, basically. Just to put it in a nutshell. Right? To put it in a nutshell, you are going by what? By what? Who said?
So like, so we or the Christian? What?
Meaning the brothers and sisters in the truth.
Oh, come. It's like we're going by the word of the Lord. We're going by the scriptures.
By faith. You understand? You going by what Christ taught us. You understand? Right? Remember, Christ taught the woman in adultery not to what? Not to commit adultery anymore. You understand? He could have stoned her, but he told her don't do it again. You understand? What did Christ say about a tooth for a tooth and which is an eye for an eye? What did he say?
Salakia, sir. Ye resist not evil.
Yes, meaning what? That is not stopping you from what?
Changing.
Yeah, it ain't stopping you from changing. Because if it was stopping you from changing, then brother, we shouldn't be 2 million in jail today and counting.
Right.
You understand? Right? Moses described the righteousness, like, which is of the law. So the law was supposed to do what? Remember, okay, what was this society built on? Just take, for example, right? This whole COVID situation, right?
Come.
What they try to boil it down to. Like, what should you do to reduce your chances of getting COVID?
So like you sir, stay separate and wear a mask.
Shalaki.
Yeah.
Get vaccinated.
You mean like quarantine, sir?
No.
Follow the government, sir?
No. Good night.
Shalaki, pray?
No.
Salakia, sir. Wash your hands and
come on, man. Let's wash your hand. How much time you see? How much? I mean, like right now, you go anywhere. They said to do what?
Salakia, sir.
Yeah.
You talking about when Trump said to drink the Lysol?
No, I'm talking about just wash your hands. You're here when they were telling us to wash our hands, right?
Okay.
You'll go out and you'll see that on in the restaurants, in the hospitals, in the clinics. You'll do see that, right?
Come.
Where it tells you to do what? To wash your hands.
So like your Catholic brother say, it's not what enter into the body washing your hands, sir.
No, okay, that has to deal with what you call it again?
I'm just joking. So like
yeah, but this disease was spread by what? By what they was trying to tell you, by what? Not washing. You know what I mean? The lack of washing your hands.
Right.
So now everything you touch, you understand? That's why when you got, you know what I mean, if you ever got COVID, I know you felt filthy because I did. I felt like I was the nastiest person on the freaking planet. Coughing. You understand? Couldn't smell nothing for a few days. You understand? For a few weeks. You understand? And it just had to do with what? Washing your hands. And we already had that what? That law in effect with that hygiene. That's where who got it from? John the Baptist, where he told people to go on what? He dipped them in water to wash them as a symbol to get them what? Clean. You understand?
Come on.
So the laws were put there for what?
So like the other one.
Uh-huh.
Your protection.
For your protection, but it was put there for what?
So like you. For structure.
So that you could live, so you could prosper. You understand? So now you don't have to go take your best cow and go give it to the priest. You understand? So Moses was trying to what? He was trying to describe how good it would be to do what? To just follow the laws of the Lord. He described it. So now you don't have to see a man and a woman, a javelin being put through them, they're being unalive.
Right.
You understand? A whole family getting unalive because a father decide he going to bury, you know what I mean, the spoils of war under his tent. You understand? Right? And don't talk about the promiscuous woman. You understand? Like he was trying to get that out of Israel because he knows that that what? You let that fester, it's going to what? It's going to destroy us. It's going to destroy the family. And once you destroy the family, that nucleus, that you know what I mean, where the family is supposed to be run, you're going to have chaos in these streets like what we're having right now in America with our people.
That's right.
You understand? Right? Now you have men like Steve Harvey trying to give your woman, you know what I mean, advice. You understand? Good to go? Akim, you with me? All right. Any more? All right. So this has nothing to do with Maisha, you was asking the question about the laws being done away with, right?
Come on, sir.
This is not saying that the laws are done away with, like what Christians say, right?
Okay.
When they say the laws are done, when they say the laws, read that part over again that you wanted.
Come on, Romans, Book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 4. For Yahushua is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believeth.
Right. So when it say end of the law, it just means now you're not going to be put, you're not going to be unalive.
Come on.
For breaking the law. Now you're not going to lose a hand for being a thief. You understand?
Come on.
Right? Not Christ, when Christ came, Christ brought what?
It's like, sir.
What did it? Yeah.
Oh no.
Now we live under what?
So like, sir, under the grace, sir.
Yeah, under grace. And grace does not mean that you are allowed to do what? To break the law. Grace means you have a period, a time to do what?
Get yourself right, sir.
Yes. Simple. Let's put it simple like that. To get yourself right, meaning to obey the laws of God. You understand?
Come on.
Right? So you're good to go with that, Maisha?
Come on, sir. The water, sir.
All right. So it ain't speaking about, you know what I mean, is the end of the law. Then what you have to ask them is this. If they have a daughter, that's hypothetically speaking.
Okay.
What you are saying is, I could abuse your daughter since Christ ended the law.
Good night.
You understand? And they're gonna be like, hold up now. They're gonna be like, no, you cannot do that. But you just said that what? Read it again.
Okay. For Christ is the end of the law, for righteousness to everyone that believeth.
Right, so I could do it. Because Christ and the law, right? And they're gonna be so confused, because all they're talking about, what when they read this, what are they saying?
It's like I said, they're saying, well, because of this now, you know, we could do whatever we want. Them laws don't matter no more.
No, not we could do everything, because they was
So like
clearly telling you
so
can't
like-
abuse nobody. Come
So
on.
this is saying that Christ is the end of the law of death when we break the law. So like, if that makes sense.
No. Okay, it does make sense, but I'm saying when the Christians read it, they're seeing something else.
So like the other one.
Like
Come
the
on.
laws done away.
Okay, not that the laws are done away with, because if I say now I can abuse your daughter, they're going to be like, what?
Lies.
They of course they're going to be like, lie, you can't abuse my daughter. I'm unalive you if you do that.
So like it, sir.
No, hold on. How want to say something? How?
So like the other one.
Come on.
They're saying excuse to sin.
Yes, but you had to give me it. They're seeing something here. Come on.
So like it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That they can celebrate Easter, Christmas, birthday, and eat pork. That's the sins that they want to do.
Yes. Whatever sin they want to do, brother, this is it right here. Because what you're going to realize when you talk to Christians, right? Each one of them have some type of lust that they just, you know what I mean, is either to eat pork, is either lobsters, you know what I mean, something smoking. You know what I mean? Some sin that they're seeing and they're reading, and it's the end of that sin. And now they're righteous.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Come on.
But the number one, brother, if we were to just say, you know what? We were wrong. You could eat pork. You could eat tuna. Brother, I'm telling you again, our class full up. That class is getting filled up. You understand? You tell them that, you know what I mean, it's lawful to have interracial marriages. Oh, you're gonna see that class get full, Ark.
It'll be like the IUIC.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're gonna see that class get full. You understand? Because that's what they're reading at and seeing, that whatever sin they're doing, they're okay. Christ is okay with it because he and the law. When you gonna have to zone in on what that is. You know what I mean? You gotta zone in on things you know that's gonna hit home. You know what I mean? So you telling me when Christ and the law, it means now I can, you know what I mean, abuse your wife? I could abuse your son? Because you're saying it ends the law. And before you know it, smoke will be coming out the ears. And you just, you know, you pound them on that. It's the same thing when they come and say you could eat anything. Ask them if they will eat humans. Because human is meat too, right? And what they're going to say, no, you can't eat no human. We can't do that. Well, why not? You just say that the Lord said we can eat anything. All meat is lawful, right? You mean I'm in man meat? You understand? And now you're gonna really zone in. All they want to do is eat pork. All they want to do is smoke cigarettes. I mean, as you were saying, some type of sin. But I wanted you all to zone in on one of the number one sin that black people, you know what I mean, just, you know what I mean, it's, you know what I mean, it's like it's like a god to them. Come on.
So like you say.
Come on.
The other thing that we could zone in and, you know, bring them back to when Christ dismissed the woman who was the adulterous woman.
Mm-hmm.
Christ told her, go. Didn't Christ say, go your way and sin no more?
Right.
So
and that's where he could take them to further explain what Christ meant when he ended the law. Because she was supposed to get stoned to death.
Right.
You
so
understand?
If the law was done away with, he wouldn't tell her to sin no more.
Right. He would just say, go enjoy your life. Like what your pastor tell you. Go enjoy your life. Don't worry about that. The Lord know your heart. And then Sadak put up some picture there where they're having a lobster sale at the church. You understand? You take that sign and rip it up, you know what I mean, or take it and say, ain't no more lobster being eaten in this church no more. That church is going to be empty. You understand? Right?
The other meat that we can draw them attention to is the dogs and the cats and the donkeys.
Yes, everything. Whatever.
They're gonna say no.
Yes, they're definitely going to say no. And then you're going to ask them, well, you making up your laws. You just said that all meat is lawful. Now you're saying no to donkey. Now you're saying no to monkey. Now you're saying no to rat, cat. So what can we eat?
Right.
So tell me the meat we could eat. And guess what they're going to say? Number one on your list is pork.
Shrimp.
Yes. You understand? So now you're going to have to ask them, who making that menu?
Right.
Where get a menu from? So you telling me that donkey ain't meat? Rat ain't meat? Monkey ain't meat? Man ain't meat? So why man can't be on the menu?
Yikes.
You know what I mean? They will not be able to comprehend, you know what I mean, what you're trying to say, and hence, you know what I mean, a gasket is gonna, you know what I mean, blow out the airs. You understand? Or they're gonna try to switch the topic. But you have to stay on pound them on it. So you're saying abuse is lawful. Are you saying abuse is lawful? So you're saying I can steal? Is stealing lawful? You just said laws are done away with. So I could rob you right now, and Christ is, I mean, he good with that. He know my heart. I just need food to eat, and I could rob you, right? You have money, right? I could take that money. I need food to eat. I ain't taking your money to go smoke crack. I'm taking your money to go, you know what I mean, to buy food. So I could do that, right? And of course they're going to say, no, you can't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? All right. All right, so you're good on that?
Come on, sir.
Okay.
All right. All right. Any more questions? Let's touch on Steve Harvey a little bit. You all heard what's going on with Steve Harvey, right? Right. You watch class yesterday. That was, you know, I mean, class on the radio show. I mean, General was on point in breaking down, you know what I mean, these type of men, the type of spirit these men have in the church. You understand? And what type of spirit you said they have in the church?
Salaki, so you said he had a spirit of a woman, a feminine spirit.
Yes, a feminine spirit.
That's right.
You understand? And then you have women like what's her name? Marjorie. What type of woman? What type of spirit is that?
Jezebel spirit.
Yes, Jezebel. Give me some go to where Jezebel was talking to Ahab about dealing with the prophets of the Lord. You understand? And then get me to where the Lord had Jezebel unalive for what she, you know what I mean, did to the prophets. Let me see if I can get it.
1 Kings 21.
Right? Because this is the spirit in the church. And this is the spirit that's on these men in the church. You understand? Right? Read 1 Kings 19:1.
Come on. It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 19, verse 1. And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and withal how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Verse 2. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, so let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time.
You understand? So who was running the kingdom at that time? What's the king name?
Like I said, king's name is Ahab, but Jezebel was running the kingdom.
You understand? Ahab. You're correct. The king name was Ahab. You know what I mean? I don't know if he had a bald head at the same time too. Lord forbid. I don't know. You understand? And Jezebel was what? She was coming up against who? The prophets of the Lord.
Come.
You understand? All right? Read verse get 2 Kings 9 and 10.
Come. Okay. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 9, verse 10.
Read verse 9.
Oh, slacking. Book of 2 Kings, chapter 10, verse 9. And it came to pass in the morning that he went out and stood and said to all the people, ye be righteous. Behold,
Is this 2 Kings 9 and 9? Oh, that's 1 Kings 9 and 9.
It's like, sir, this second book of Kings, chapter 9, verse 9. And I will make the house of Ahab like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah.
Right. So these are houses that the Lord did what? He destroyed.
Come.
Right? All right, read on.
Come. Verse 10. And the dog shall eat Jezebel in the portion of Jezreel, and there shall be none to bury her. And he opened the door and fled.
You understand? That's how the Lord deals with what? A wicked woman. You understand? Now, do you want that Jezebel in your house, Ark?
La.
All right. What you gonna have to do to not have a Jezebel in your house? Now, this is what I want to know. Anybody ever any of you? Let me see. Who bought that book?
Think Like a Woman. Think Like a Man.
Yeah. Raise your hand. Ain't no problem you getting. It's just for entertainment. Who knows?
Spent good money on that book.
Oh man. And let's look it up. Let's see what type of reviews they have on it. And you're gonna clearly see the state of Israel when it comes to relationship and how the mind and way it is. You know what I mean? All right. All right. And while you're doing that, right? Give me where it speaks about a wicked woman. I think it's in Proverbs. Where it says the heart is like a snare, snares. All right, who looking up the reviews on that book for me? What's the name of it? Think Like a what?
Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman.
It's Act Like a Steve Harvey's book. It's Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. The book cover says what men really think about love, relationships, intimacy, and commitment.
No,
and,
he wrote a book on this, and now, his whole, his whole business is in the streets. You can imagine, you writing a book, you a guru, you're a relationship guru. People come to you for relationship advice. And brother, Big Boom is, he putting in that work. The pool man putting in that work. Oh,
It's like the other one.
That's hard. Come on.
Is it Ecclesiastes 7?
7, read it for me.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death, the woman, Whose heart is snares and nets.
Right, who heart is snares and what? Net. And you hear Steve Harvey, how he speaks about this woman, you know what I mean, you swear, you know what I mean, this is, you know what I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? You swear, you know what I mean, he cry, I mean, she is the queen of the earth. You know what I mean? She's, you know what I mean, she has the Virgin Mary status. You know what I mean? In his mind. You understand? Read on.
In her hands as bands.
And her hands as what?
Bands.
Right, bands. Right, meaning what? Like chain, like handcuffs. You understand? Read on.
Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her.
Right. If you're pleasing God, you're going to escape from that Jezebel. You're going to escape from women like Marjorie. You understand? You will escape women like Marjorie. All right. Who have that for me? With what I asked for just now.
So I got one that's Trooper Hawan.
No. Who holding some reviews? Anybody look up the reviews? I want to hear some of these people. What they have to say about this book, about this guru. You know what I mean? Who life, you know what I mean, is all in the streets. A mess. He trying to tell you how to keep a woman, and he can't even keep one. This is his what, third marriage he on to?
I got I got some stars here. I got some 1-star reviews, 5-star reviews.
Come on, give me the 5-star reviews. Give me the 1-star reviews. Come on.
I'll give you a 5-star review. It says the book Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man has helped me in finding my true potential as a female. It has helped me to see where and what to look for in a guy, and how to know if the guy is looking for love or looking for lust. In the book, there is so much tips, and I will recommend this book to all females in love with this book. Thank you, Steve Harvey, for the input and knowledge.
She will never say that for the Bible, right? She ain't gonna recommend the Bible.
Right.
She recommends Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey is speaking to what?
Women.
Yeah, he's speaking to a woman, but he's speaking to their lust. You understand? He's speaking to them. Give me a 1-star.
A 1-star. This was for female. Extremely misogynistic. A lot of emphasis is placed on how women should act in order to have a lasting relationship with a man. And what do men do? Just sit there. There were certain instances in the book in which women are objectified. A man always wants something, always. And when it comes to women, willing to sleep with them, number one. And number two, if so, how much will it cost? I don't think every woman is a prostitute. She also said, I'll read that same one. There's another one that says, it was a great book. I recommend every female to give it to their teenage daughters as a gift before they start dating. It's definitely an on point and great advice. And last 1-star. It says Eric.
I'm nigh onto throwing up right now. But go on. I'm gonna try to keep it down. I ain't gonna embarrass myself.
This brother Eric Dunlap gave it 1-star. He said, "The man sold his soul to make money. A book of manipulation for women to control men." This book is trash. I stopped reading it after the first chapter. It's extremely misogynistic. Everybody's the females are saying, some females say it's misogynistic. A lot of men are saying it's trash to control men, and very unrealistic, very unrealistic, full of false hypotheses. It makes readers imagine in an impossible world.
You understand? And okay, and he writing this with the intent of what? What is he writing this book for?
So like the other one.
Come on.
To gain women.
Nah. What drives Steve Harvey? What gets him hard? Pause, tab one.
Money, sir.
Yeah.
I get money.
Money. So he's not writing this book with the intention of what? Helping women. He's not writing it with the intention of helping women. You understand? You understand? And the proof is what? In his lifestyle. He's not trying to help women. He has a woman at home that took what? Did the woman at home take his advice? Yes, she took his advice. She took his advice. Muhammad went on and played a deaf comedy jam with him cracking a joke about a woman having what? 4 different men. 4 different men. You understand? And he was one of those men. He was the man, the old man with the money and the bald head.
Right.
You understand? So which means what? What should I tell you?
There were 3 other men involved in Marjorie's life.
3?
Maybe 12.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yes.
Good night.
Marjorie doesn't have a moral compass. A woman that will go sleep on a man, she doesn't have a moral compass. So you might think it's just one man she's sleeping on you with. You know what I mean?
So like,
Come on.
I had seen something earlier this week that where Steve Harvey biological kids came out and said that he rejected them, like he literally just threw them away, and when he married her and he took her daughter to be his own, and she had 2 prior marriages that ended with both her husbands going to jail because they was in some big drug ring.
Yeah. Her 2 kids is siblings and cousins. Let that sink in for a minute.
It's laggy, sir.
Come on.
If I could use the precept for this for the mother and Lori Harvey.
Come on. Let's see.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, verse 44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
That's it. You understand? That's it. Not Marjorie, you know what I mean? And that what was the daughter name?
Lori, sir.
Lori. Now you understand why Lori, you know what I mean, lives the way she lives, because she has, you know what I mean, poor examples to follow after.
Right. Yes, sir, if I may.
Come on.
Also, Steve Harvey and how you say her name? Marjorie. They dated, right? They dated before Steve Harvey became famous, and Steve Harvey came on Hard Times, and she left Steve Harvey.
No, that was Marjorie. Yeah. That was the woman he with right now.
And he went right back to her after he got famous.
Yes.
And Salaki, if I may, I don't want. That was the story that went out about her ex-husband, and he said they didn't. He recently got out of jail, right? And he said while he wrote a book, and he said while she was in a relationship with Steve, he would call her from prison, and she would pick up the phone anytime he called.
Boy, that rough.
And Steve knew it.
Yeah. Right? Here Isaiah 32:9. You know what I mean? And it's for for sisters who, you know what I mean, basically directed to sisters who wanna live that type of lifestyle.
Slug, sir, I got it.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 9. Raise up ye women that that are at ease.
What is it saying? What is that trying to say? Yeah. Is it one more time?
Slakia, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
All right. So it's saying rise up, meaning what?
Like you.
Come on.
To listen.
You on it. You own it. Yeah, I'll take that.
Tell them
Oh,
to get.
go ahead.
Oh, Salaki, sir. I was about to say to your Comic Con, like, tell them to get serious, like, rise up, like, wake up.
Yes, that's it. Wake up, you dumb bee. Wake up. Right? Read.
Khan. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
Right? Ye what?
Careless daughters.
What is a careless daughter?
Salakia the one.
Uh-huh.
A woman that's in the world.
Yes, or your Marjories and your Lauries. They are careless daughters. You understand? Read on.
Give ear unto Salakia. Give ear unto my speech.
All right, read on.
Khan, verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for for the vintage shall fail, the gatherings shall not come.
What does that mean?
Salakia the one.
Come on.
It's speaking to a woman in the world that thinks that by not being righteous, that blessings will come upon her.
No. Read one more time.
Khan, verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled,
right?
Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering.
What is that then? For the vintage shall fail.
Salakia, sir. Would that be her beauty?
Yes, that's it. One day, that whatever, you know what I mean, whatever beauty you have, whatever, you know what I mean, it's going to fail. And what's going to happen when it fails? What do you think will happen when it fails?
So, like I said, nobody's going to come to their rescue.
Yeah, nobody's going to be around. Nobody going to be around. You know what I said? These women growing up a lonely life arc, and then guess what did they go and get? What did they go and get? What do they get? Because they're lonely.
Plastic surgery, sir.
A
dog.
Yeah, they go get a dog.
Yep.
The same dog that they call man dog, right? They don't want that dog, but they want the dog with the 4 legs. They're gonna get that dog, and now that dog rides the front seat, and that's her. You know what I mean? That's the way she. You know what I mean? That's something for her to pass time. She go get a dog
or a cat lady.
Yes. You understand? Because now you wait until what? Until that vintage fail. Till they don't get old and nobody wants you. Now guess what? Then go live your life out being lonely. You understand? And that's, you know what I mean? There's some things, you know what I mean, they don't, you know what I mean, these women don't explain to their daughters. Fathers don't, you know what I mean, ain't get a chance to explain to their daughters that one day, you know what I mean, that tight skin is gonna get loose. What you gonna do? You understand? Ain't no amount of plastic surgery gonna change the numbers on them blood paper. You understand? You could get you know what I mean, 100 plastic surgery. You're still gonna be 50, 60. You understand? The number ain't changing. You understand? And it says what? The vintage shall what?
Shall fail.
Shall fail. It's going to fail. You understand? Like, we're going to have to wake up. We're going to have to recognize that Steve Harvey is not a good father. He's not a good role model.
Right.
He's not a guru. He is a comedian. He's good at that. He's good at cracking jokes. You understand? He's good at that. He can go up on that stage and have you laugh and have your belly hurting you. But he can't give you advice on marriages. He cannot. You know what I mean? And I always say, what's a good way to test you know what I mean, like to gauge whether something right or wrong.
If they in I.S.U.P.K.
Yeah, but I'm talking, you know what I mean, like men like Steve Harvey, right? So you have some woman, right, go come up and say what the UPK, we what? We hate black women, right? I don't know how we could hate black women and we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 women. I don't know, you know what I mean? That baffles me. You hate women, but then if we hate women, why we have women? I don't understand. It's crazy. It's dumb, right? But they claim that we what? We hate women, right? But Steve Harvey and them, they love women, right? What is a good way to check whether is Steve Harvey right or the UPK wrong?
So like, yeah.
Come on.
They're fruits. They're fruits.
They're fruits. That's correct, because Christ says you shall know them by their fruits. You're correct. Or what?
Salaki.
Come on.
If everybody agrees with him.
Not everybody agrees with him, because if everybody agree with him, it's like, you know what I mean? That'll make it right, but there's something that makes it right. Okay, other one was you know what I mean, hit one of the nails on the head. But there's something else that, you know what I mean? Come on.
If his marriage doesn't fail.
Well, okay. No, because you know what I mean, some Christians, you know what I mean, I had my grandfather and my grandmother, they were Christians, and they were together for what, 53 years? You know what I mean? And they only, you know what I mean, my grandfather died. You know what I mean? What's a good way to, you know what I mean, to, you know what I mean, to tell? You ever hear about giving it time? Like time is a good teacher.
Come on, cousin.
Time. Remember when Steve Harvey was saying what he was saying? What was going on in his life at that time?
He's making plenty money, sir.
Yeah, he's making plenty money. Life nice. Going on trips. Everything nice. While we were getting what? Dogged in the streets. While they were telling us that we hate black women. We shouldn't talk to black women like that. We shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do that. But just give it some time. And now what you're beginning to see. What you're beginning to see. Come on.
It's like, sir, that his message is all wrong.
Yeah, that their message is all wrong. What happened to polite? Just give it some time, right?
Right.
Some time. Now he is in jail. You understand? Learning a hard lesson. You don't come up. You don't come against the man of the Lord. You don't come up against the Lord. You cannot do that. You understand? What we teach comes from the Bible. We're not making a book to, you know what I mean, giving preference to one gender. We're not doing that. You understand? We ain't doing that. We're reading from the Bible. We're reading about what the Lord say and how the Lord say to run what? A family.
Damn right.
And what it takes to run a family. You understand? Steve Harvey clearly does not know, and time showed that he does not know how to run a family. You understand? It clearly showed he does not know how to run a family. You understand? And like many of your family members, you're going to just have to give it time. And they're going to see. One day they're going to come up and say, you know what you was telling me was right. Or they may never do it. All right? Somebody was going to say something? Right?
Like it, sir.
Come on.
The joke that he made about, you know, the woman with 4 men.
Yeah.
Jokes on him. He has to deal with that now.
Yeah. Yeah, we could call him, I mean, he a prophet, right? Yeah, he prophesied about himself. Yeah. That's exactly what he did. Prophesy about himself. You understand? And with that, I ain't gonna hold you all over the time too much. It's 9:16. You have any question before I let you all out?
Loud, sir.
No questions?
Loud, sir.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to who? Priest and officer. Zion, who in Fayetteville? Who's the guard?
It's like, sir, Officer Bunk, y'all is the guard, sir.
Pass the class over to priest and officer Ban KL.
Salakia, men of Israel, Amajim. We're gonna render one courteous salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh
Yahweh Thumb.
Yada Matah, hands down, Sar, turning face to sisters. Sisters Amajim. Men of Israel, we're gonna render one courteous salute to our sisters. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Yada hands down. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. Shop needs to be seated. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation. We have the memorial blowing of trumpets this Friday, man. First day of the 7th month, the 15th of September, according to this year. The book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. Amajim Sarpawan HaKudam, which means stand, turn and face the east. You got it. Salakia. Yeah, you go ahead.
This is the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baharat, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Latana, Lakam, Cal, Yawam, Wasalat, Kawabatina, Kasalat, Kawabatina, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayah, Rasatun, Paul, Hawashayna, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalak, Waha'ala, Wahapar, Lawalamya, Aman.
Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
which
art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom
Thy
come.
will be done.
Thy will be
in
done.
earth
In
as it
earth.
is in heaven.
As it is
Give
in
us
heaven.
this day
Give us this
our
day
daily bread.
daily
Forgive
bread.
us our debts.
Give us
We
our
forgive
debts.
our debtors.
Give us
And lead us
debtors.
not
Give us
into
not
temptation,
temptation.
but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Class dismissed.